evening, Rabbi.
Good evening. How's everybody doing?
Baruch Hashem. We missed you yesterday
Yeah.
at Lydia's house.
Yesterday, I gave a shiur.
Yesterday afternoon?
No, at night time.
No, I'm talking about afternoon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a very hectic day, I would say.
Yeah, we heard. I think there is a wedding and an engagement at the Greyneck tonight. I think that's why there are not so many people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it looks to me like people got tired of it.
No, Rabbi, we missed you. Don't give up, please.
We'll see. I'll give it one more week, and if I don't see that people are interested, so I'll go back to learn, I have things to do. Okay, so tonight we're talking about teenagers. And usually when we hear the word teenager, we're starting to shiver because we know exactly what it is. It's a difficult time for both, for the kids and for the parents. So one thing you have to understand, whatever we invested on the child until he became a teenager is there. Is there. Okay? It looks like that they want to disconnect themselves from us when they're becoming teenagers. They're becoming more independent, and they don't want to listen too much. Too many times he wants to be with his friends. That's normal. That's normal. Because he is looking for himself, meaning the teenager is looking for himself. And he will look for people in his age that they are on the same thing, searching for themselves. So it looks like he wants to disconnect from his parents. But if the child knows already from childhood that no matter what, you always are there for him, you love him in any way, and you still consider him as a son or daughter, if we are strong enough and we have courage enough, so he has whom to lean on, because he is in a stage now. The teenager it's a stage that we parents have to understand what the child is going through. He is very stormy inside, extremely, searching for identity, changes in the body, changing his thoughts. So he needs someone to lean on. If the parents will show weakness, so it's going to be a total chaos. We have to show that we hear, we watch you, we see you, we hear. And this will give him the support that the child needs in such a stormy time in his life. Now, let's see. Is that teenagers in our time now is like the same way that the teenagers were back in where we came from?
No, no, different.
Totally different. Meaning the modern life brought more problems, I would say, more challenges. Why? Because in the old days, people used to get married 17, 18, 20, you already cry, oh, you're already old. In nowadays, so a child feel that in the 18, 19, he accepting big responsibilities, so the maturity was much faster. In our time, he is still by the parents until a later age, 22, 23, 25, 27. Some even get to 30. But today, it's a no. Don't rush to get married. No rush. So what happened? We see already supposed to be a man. Should be on his own. Should have his own parnasa. No. Why? He's still in college and he still need the parents and so he is, as we say, nishtahir and nishtahir. He is not a teenager and he's not already adult. He is still a child under the wings of the parents. So he cannot accept upon himself decisions that are very serious. So, what does it mean, maturity? We say he is already matured enough. Can somebody over here explain me what maturity means?
Maybe that he can decide for himself what to do and make a decision on himself, by himself, what's right, which way to go.
How about, okay, if we're gonna call maturity, maybe I'm already strong enough to influence other people. Am I ready to start to give to other people, or I'm receiving because I'm 25 years old and still receiving from my parents? meaning it might very well be, I don't know, I'm talking now to our days, the modern days, as they call. This is not the Torah way, but I will talk about the modern time. It's very well possible that to get out, yeah, from only me and I don't want anymore to be dependent on other people. I want to be independent. Maturity means I'm able to start to build a relationship with other people. So every year, aren't we maturing more and more? It's a process.
Some
So,
people mature younger, Rabbi.
מה זה?
Some people mature at 17, some people at 40, they're still not mature.
Yes. Why? Because they don't want to be independent. They still want to be by the parents, and they still, they don't want any responsibility. So they just want to receive. So if a person wants all the time to receive, it's very difficult for him to create relationship, because relationship in the worst case is give and take. But here it's only take. So now we have to understand that maturity is a long process. And for us to, no matter how old you are, every time we want you to advance more, no? So when looking back 5 years ago, 10 years ago, are you thinking today, or you understand life today better than 5 years ago?
I hope so.
For sure. Meaning we're learning every day, so we're maturing more. We have more experience. We have more obstacles that we had to deal with.
Right, we're seeing more in life. Right?
Absolutely. So it's a process. So this is the modern life that brought upon us many problems where we not seen in the past. Because the Torah says, Ben 18 לחופה, when you're 18 years old, you're ready to get married. Where this disappeared?
Mature or not mature, בחופה, ב-18. They thought.
By 18 years old, we're expecting you to be already independent, and you have to start to give, not only take.
Right. In Israel, they go to fight at 18.
Yeah.
Mature enough to
take a big responsibility.
fight.
So now let's go to the Torah. The Torah has two expressions. Either you katan, either you gadol. Until bar mitzvah, afilu one day before the bar mitzvah, you katan. You're small. You're still a child. One day passed. One day. Habibi, you gadol. זהו. No more your parents, no more this. You have your own account, all the mitzvot, the averot, everything. It's on your account. You're responsible enough. Bingo. Overnight. Okay? So, the bar mitzvah day or the bat mitzvah day, this is the one who will switch you from childhood to be adult, mature enough. No? Why don't they give us a little bit of time, you know? Give us a little bit time. No. So, meaning by 13 years old for boys and 12 years old for girls, we're ready to accept responsibilities. That's how Hashem created us. So this is the beginning, and now we have to build on top of it every day more and more and more responsibilities. So now, a child, 13 years old, now he has his own fights if he wants to go to shul to pray or not. When he is underage, still a katan, okay. He prayed. If not, okay, fine. But now he has to deal with himself now. Okay? So let's see. What is the character that we see by the teenager? What do we see? What changes do we see? And what he is going through? When he is a child, he doesn't know much. He knows Rabbi, he knows Ima. Right? Now, all of a sudden, by the bar mitzvah day or by the bat mitzvah day, pitom you see a child changing. Mamash revolution. His body starting to change, or her body. The brain starting to develop rapidly. Now we understand things that before we didn't have the ability to understand. And now he's starting to think, who am I? Why do I need this for? Why this? Why this? Why do I have to pray? Why do I have to say brachot? He's a different kid. And also, don't forget, emotionally, he's changing. And now he feels things that he never felt before. So now he is feeling that he is losing control of himself. He is drowning in all kinds of things that constantly over his head. And he is scared and he feels lost. What happened with me? Why am I changing? Why my body is changing? Why do I feel the way that I feel? Who am I? And where am I heading to? This can do you know these people that always saying, what if? Yeah. Do you know these people? What if, what if?
Yes, Rabbi. Every second they go, oh, what if this happened? What's gonna be? What if it's
So what kind of life do they have? Are they
what if
peaceful?
life, Rabbi?
Are they peaceful?
No.
No, right? So this is adult. Imagine a child that just now turned 13 and he is saying, who am I? What's going to happen with me? Why so many changes? My body changing. Pitom I have a mustache. I want to shave. I want to do all kind of things. He cannot have peace with himself. So let me go a little bit deeper. We have two things, two powers that because of them our world is still existing. And what are they? The koach of the Chaim, life, and the koach of existence. These two powers living together and completing each other. What life means? Life means to go forward, to grow, to change, like a flower, you know. This is the core that we want to go to work for, to create a family, to exist is to not to lose what we have. Stability. So we need two kohot, two powers. One is stability, and the second one to grow with the stability. So now imagine the teenager, he have these two kohot. Is he stable? Not at all. Does he want to jump forward and to grow and to grow and to grow? Yes. He wants to grow, but he's not stable. So now, he still have some childhood inside, but he wants to achieve things that only adult can achieve. So that's why he is all over the place. And you can see it. Sometimes you talk to your child and you see it's growing, you know, he talks. 10 minutes later, he's fighting with his little brother like a child. He became a child again. You can see, you know. So it's very much, you know, extreme. It can be extreme over here, it can be extreme over there. And we, the parents, if we are not prepared for this, we're going to lose ourselves. What's going on with this child? Why is he acting like this? He was such a good boy. She was such a good girl. What happened to her? Nothing happened to her. Nothing happened. They figure themselves out. You have to help them. Let me ask the adults over here, who like changes?
I like
Anybody?
changes. I like changes.
You like changes? Okay, you are an extraordinary case. Who likes changes?
Or changes like not, what do you mean by changes?
Change your house, for example.
I like that. Change the house, change furniture, move this around. Change the style.
So I assume that your husband don't like it at all
No, not at all. But he doesn't mind it.
because
Yes. For some people, is a like a hobby to
okay.
change the.
But usually people don't like changes.
Mm.
Usually people don't like changes. Don't touch me. I got used to it.
So to certain age, you like you do it, but then I understand what you mean.
Yeah,
At certain age, well, you wanna not change, yeah.
Okay. So now many people are afraid from changes. They don't like it. They want everything to stay the same.
Like moving from the place to country, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, it's hard, yes.
oh,
But at some point, we all did it. Change from Iran to Israel,
okay,
from
but because
Israel to America.
in your case, you didn't have a choice. But many times I see when it comes to Shidduchim, where they gonna live? Even from Brooklyn to Queens, it becomes already an issue. He says, I'm used to Brooklyn, I know the schools there, I'm there. I don't want to move to Queens. And she is a Queens girl. She says, I don't like it, Brooklyn. Not for me. Why? Pick yourself up and same apartment, same thing. What's the big deal? We don't like changes. So now, if we don't like changes, imagine what's going on with a teenager. It changes all the time, and he's afraid of it. So the child always asking himself, who am I? Am I still a little one, or I'm already a grown up? And the parents which are mixed up, they saying to the child, you have to decide, are you a child or you're a teenager? They're adding more into the fire that already existing. So many times we, the parents, we standing in there stunned. We don't know even what to do and what's happening. The mood of the teenager, how fast it changes. In a second, it's becoming day and night. Sometimes you see them kind of happy going, and pito 10 minutes later, they screaming, shouting, crying, girls. What happened? Sometimes if we're saying one thing, one word to them, which they don't like, why, it's World War III. And he doesn't want to talk to us. And the parent says, what did I say that is such a reaction? What did I say? What happened to this child? So when the child feels that he is not in control over his body, the changes, can he control that? Can he control his emotions? So what do they need? They need people to lean on. They need security. Where are they going to get it? Outside?
The love of the parents.
That's it. Here is our job then. You have to accept the difficult time to understand it and be patient, which we don't have. Let them figure themselves out. Be patient. It's going to be ups and downs until things will come down, and they will come down, and they will come down. You just want to see us that we understand it. He needs to come to a house which is peaceful. So we are the only one who can give him this. A safe place. That he feels in my house, they understand me, that I'm going through a rough time. But usually that's not the case. We have to admit, what are we doing with the teenagers? We scream at them, we shout at them. What happened to you? You were such a good boy. Bo, 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 bo. It's going to help. No. So now, let's see. Now, what are we going to do with the spiritual part of it, which is also very difficult, especially for us, the parents, that we want our children to be, to be up to par, to serve Hashem. So parents came once and they said, we don't know what happened. We gave our children such an emunah. We always spoke about it. And all of a sudden, our younger son, he lost his emunah. He is coming with all kind of questions. And not only at home, at the yeshiva also. A question that sounds not so good. And I said, okay. But this child all of a sudden come and say, I want to change my yeshiva. I want to go to a different yeshiva, which is much lower standard than our standard. What are we going to do? The child has a emunah problem. Who said that I have to wait 6 hours between milk and meat? Who said it? Why should I do it? What are you gonna do? Who said that I have to pray? I don't have to. So now, when the child was in first grade, second grade, did you ask him what yeshiva should we take you? Or you decided for the child?
We decided, yeah.
Did we consult it with our kids?
No,
That's the yeshiva you're going to. No. So the child don't have a choice. No free choice. That's the yeshiva that we chose for you. That's natural. That's good because we want to give the child the same hashkafa in the same way that we did. The fact that the child is following the footsteps of the parents is not because he chose that. We chose that for him. He didn't choose yet. He didn't have the opportunity to choose yet. When it's coming to test, when becoming a teenager, become the child starting to have doubts. He says, I want to check with what my parents are saying, it's correct. So he wants to decide now if to follow the parents or not. So this is what we have to understand.
or he wants the parents to follow him. He doesn't understand why parents doesn't follow him.
Until now, whatever we took him, wherever we took him, he says, okay, he didn't have no savings club.
Yeah,
Now, after the bar mitzvah,
he has an opinion, yeah.
I want to check on my own if what my parents are saying is correct. Why do I have to do it? Who said that I have to do it? How much I have to do it? And then it started, where is it written that I have to pray 3 times a day? You hear questions now that we don't like, right? But he wants to know. So what are you gonna do? So now, what happened when he becoming 13? And that's what the Torah is saying. At 13, the Yetzer HaTov get in. In a split second, bingo. And now his brain already developed. He's already 13 years old. And the Yetzer HaTov. Now he wants to check everything from his perspective now. Is it healthy or not?
It is healthy.
Very good answer. It is healthy.
It shows that he's thinking,
Oh,
right? Mhm.
Very good. So he wants to define everything for himself. He is not ready to accept everything face value. He wants to check it out. So now after he will check it out and we have nothing to hide, then he's not a follower. He came up by himself to recognition that there is no better thing than the Torah. But until he'll get there, we need a lot of patience with the ups and the downs and the question and who said and why I have to do it. I hate it, I don't like it. He can ask you why there are so many people, they're all everybody is wrong. Only us, the Jews, we're claiming that we are the Emet. Who's saying it? So now, if you're not accustomed to it, you're saying there's a ooh-ah, oh-ah. What happened to this child? What happened? He wants to understand. It's opportunity for us to making independent by the way that he thinks. So then we don't have to tell him every second, you have to pray. When he'll come to recognition on his own, that's the best thing for us. So actually, the teenagers will challenge us. So we will grow also, because it will make us go search for answers. Good. Very good.
Yes.
Because the difficult time of the child making us also grow a lot.
True. Yes.
So that's how we have to look at this. It's not a crisis. It's a process. It's a growing up process. So, Emir Hashem, Sunday we're going to continue on teenagers. We'll get to the phones. We'll get to the smoking. We'll get everywhere. Yeah. So, all I have to do is to wish you Shabbat Shalom and Motzai Shabbat. The shiur will be at 8 o'clock. It's going to be again live from the shul that I'm giving it there.
Every Motzei Shabbat, you're at that shul?
Yeah.
At 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. So have Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Thank
And
you.
I'll see you Motzai Shabbat in Birtzei Hashem. We'll continue.
So much. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Rabbi, don't leave us.
Thank you, Rabbi.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Rabbi, they should post the topic so people know what's going on, please.
Okay.